So, hello everybody. I know I'm late. Let me explain. YouTube has these new weird rules that I was not aware of, and I always use Safari since I have Mac devices, and now they don't. It said that it's not supported on this browser, so I had to. I have Google Chrome, so I had to go on Google Chrome, but Google Chrome doesn't have all of my passwords and my accounts memorized, so I had to figure that out, and it's just been kind of a mess this morning. But so I'm sorry about the delay, but this is Astrology Motivation, early Monday morning. I hope everybody's doing really well. Yes, I will still be on the daily tarot card reading over on Instagram. You can find me at born_without_boundaries. That's the daily tarot card reading for everybody. This is Astrology Motivation. Thank you for everybody who just joined. Astrology Motivation is basically a review of the week. So if you follow the weekly astrology, the weekly zodiac readings over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot, if you follow the dailies, the week in review and a look ahead. And everyone has a theme. And today's theme is how to manifest yourself out of a rut. Because I was talking to a lot of people online last week, especially people feeling like either things have stagnated, nothing's happening for them, nothing's going anywhere. Nothing's changing. If anything, it's just getting worse. We're stuck. Everybody feels stuck. So I wanted to get us in the mindset of, okay, well, where are we right now? Are we stuck? Are we at the bottom of the barrel? Are we plain and simple, down and out, and bored or destitute? Where are we right now? And how do you start to manifest from this point of lack of resources and most especially lack of faith? So I'm going to go through step by step and give you a surefire way to start manifesting. First, getting your mind out of the stuck situation and your mind and heart back attuned to faith. And that's when your real manifestation can start to happen. But it's almost like healing a broken leg. There's no way that you start to, thank you for everybody who just joined. There's no way that you can actually start to manifest. There's no way that you can actually start to bring those things into your life that you really want into your life. There's no way that you can do that when you're in a state of it's impossible and fuck life. There's just no way. That's just not how it's going to happen. Well, the first surefire way that I know to start helping yourself bring things into fruition, into your real world. Number one way is to start talking about it. But don't just talk about it. Talk to other people about it. I once watched a TED Talk that I thought was brilliant, and I've posted it before. And it basically showed that you can be as negative as you want. You can say constantly, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. That negativity is not the dream killer. Loneliness is. And so if you're isolated, and I know that a lot of people now are forced still into quarantine, isolated away from each other, it becomes a real problem. And so what becomes even more important is getting yourself online, reaching out via social media, getting into group chats. And I know that that's uncomfortable. Hi, Celis. How are you? And if I pronounce your name wrong, I apologize. I know that that's tough. Or if there are quarantine-friendly activities in your area that you can do, this is also very important to get involved in. Let me explain the process. So this first theory is that negativity does not kill dreams, but loneliness does. So the key is to get yourself into groups of people and bitch and moan and talk about what you can't do all you want. But there's a two-step process. You can't just bitch and moan about what you can't do or what you're having trouble doing or what you feel is impossible. You can't just do that. You have to do the second part, which is to say, boy, I wish I had help. Does anybody know? Can anybody help me with this? Or things like, so in other words, here, this is how it looks. Step one, I really want this thing. I really want to own a brand new Mercedes. I really want this. I've wanted it all my life. I've thought about it all my life. I love Mercedes. I look at them all the time. I'm getting angry. I'm at a point where I just want a Mercedes in my life so bad, but it's impossible. I don't have the money. So first you're listing what you want. Number one, I want the Mercedes. And now you've got a list in a group of people why you can't have those things. What are the conflicts and complications that are getting in your way of having it? I don't have the money. I don't have the job that will make me the money. My insurance is messed up, or I have a bad driving record, so I'll never be able to insure this. Whatever it is, whatever the list of impossibilities are, you're saying what you want and you're saying what your trouble getting it is, and you're saying it in public. And if you say it enough, there are people, the human brain is hardwired to solve problems. So even people who don't like you will hear this as a challenge, a problem to be solved. Oh, want a Mercedes, but these are the things in the way. Let me start figuring out how I can. In other words, your challenge becomes their challenge, and they start to figure it out for you. Thank you. I know, I'm glad I didn't massacre your name. And then they start to figure it out for you, and help surprisingly comes in ways that you would not expect. People who you never thought would help you, or people that you don't even know, will help you start figuring out and getting solutions and helping. I'm not kidding. It will start to happen. So that's number one, right? Especially if you're having a hard time with getting rid of this negative mindset, right? This negative mindset, this I can't do it. It doesn't matter if you can't do it. If you allow yourself to be surrounded by other people, especially people you don't know, because human beings are the best resources that other human beings have. So if you put yourself into a surrounding, into new groups, excuse me, new meetups, I don't care what kind of group it is, new meetups, new classes, new whatevers, people will start to solve your problems for you. Oh, I can help with this. Oh, I can help with this. Oh, I can help with this. And your problems will start to be solved simply because you allowed it to be. You allowed yourself to not be in isolation in dealing with them. So that's manifest yourself out of a rut way number one. Number two comes from Abraham Hicks, and it involves a pen and a piece of paper. And this is a way that you can start actually manifesting your mindset in a different way as well. And this is make a list. Make a list of those things that you can do. Because when you're in the mindset of I can't do, you're basically your expectations and your disappointments on you not getting instantaneously gratified on those expectations are getting in your way. So what you have to do is clear your mind and reteach it that if I think it, it will come into existence. If I make the decision, it will happen. So you're going to go back to square one. Like a dancer in a dance class, you don't start trying to grand jeté right away. You don't do it. You start at first position and you work it until you know you can move on to the next step. If that's what you need, and that's where we are right now. Listen, Venus and Mars are both in Virgo right now. The moon is currently in Gemini. This mercurial energy of I need to see it, I need to figure it out, I need to understand it intellectually. Okay, let's start there. You're going to take a list. You're going to take your pen, you're going to take a paper, and you're going to write 1 through 13. The numbers, just write 1 through 13. in a list form, going vertical down the page. Don't worry about crossing out or messing up. And then you're going to write a list of things that you know that you can do. Number 1, make my bed. Number 2, brush my teeth. Number 3, go to the bathroom. Maybe number 4 is bathe. Maybe number 5 is unload the dishwasher. Maybe number 6 is step outside. Maybe number 7 is walk the dog. And you're going to list these things 1 through 13. And you're going to go through your day and you're going to check off, oh, I made my bed. Brush my teeth? Okay, I brushed my teeth. I went to the bathroom. Yes, I went to the bathroom. I took a bath. I bathed. Yes, I bathed. I unloaded the dishwasher. Yes, I unloaded the dishwasher. I stepped outside. Yes, I stepped outside. Did I walk the dog? I'm going to walk the dog right now. When you get back, you're going to walk from walking the dog. You're going to check off that list. You're going to start with these what you would consider mundane things, probably things that you already do every day. And you're going to remind yourself in writing this list that you do them every day because you decide to do them, because your mind thinks them and they become a reality. There's a link between what your mind wants to do and what becomes reality. There's a link between what you think and what becomes manifested. And we start small with those things that we can directly impact, because what you need to see is the tangible connection between the two. And so once you 30 days, do this for 30 days, set a new habit. Once you start seeing there is a connection between what I decide to do and what I get done. And if I tell myself I can do it, I do it. See, there's a direct correlation. And when you get to the end of those 30 days, you're not going to need to constantly remind yourself that this is true. You're going to have developed a new pattern in your brain that sees that it's true from the beginning. So you can start developing different things. And you know what? Let's start here for the first 30 days. Let's not jump to the next step, because if you are in a rut, the last thing you need is these great expectations. The last thing you need is to be thinking beyond what you're capable of truly believing in. So, do you believe that you can brush your teeth when you say, I'm going to brush my teeth? Then that's where you should start. Can you wake up every morning and make your bed? Can you start there? Then that's where you need to start. And you don't need to think further than that. You need to be in the moment, be present in the moment, and see that coming true every single day. Now, the third prescription that I would have for those who are very physical, for people who like to get into their body, for people who moving around helps them a lot. And if you're stuck in quarantine or you can't move around as much as you used to, what I started with actually yesterday was I literally dropped and I did 5 sit-ups. Or right now, we'll do that right now. We'll just say 5. I choose 5 because 5 is the number of change, right? Let's do 5 jumping jacks. This is for people who want to get into their body, who find that getting into their body really helps their mind change. And I'm one of these. So you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You just changed your entire life, because instead of sitting down and doing nothing, you did 5 jumping jacks. You can do 5 split lunges, right? You do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Instead of sitting down, you didn't sit down. You did something. You made your body do what your mind told it to do. And there are a lot of different, I would say, I hate to say easy, but like easier things you can do. Even sitting in my chair, I can do twists. Say I can't stand up, I can do twists with my abs. I can put my hands right in front of me, sit my back straight, and just twist from side to side, making sure that I keep my shoulders facing you guys, right? I can twist my bottom half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? There are so many different things that right now you can absolutely do to not just sit still. And this is my third suggestion for people who have the need to get into their bodies, to get out of their heads. And I am definitely one of those people. So getting into my body really, really helps me to feel like I'm getting out of a rut. I mean, the things that I do to really keep myself free from depression and lack of faith, like a loss of faith, is I get into my body. That's the great prescription for me. It's also every single morning I make myself make my bed. At least I've accomplished something. At the end of the day, when I unfold that bed and it feels fresh and crisp and new because everything was made, I am reminded of the accomplishment that I made, of my accomplishment that morning, which was I made the bed. I fixed it up. You know, every time I look into my dishwasher and I see that there's nothing in there, it's because I put those dishes away. So what I want you to also do at the end of each day now is to take stock on what you have accomplished. Instead of just throwing it away as nothing, recognize it as something. No, you're not waving your wand or running for president because you cleaned out your dishwasher or you put the dishes away. But you are acknowledging, I don't do nothing. I do things and I do get things done. And so this acknowledgement has to come. Now I understand, because I'm actually hearing, whether or not you're saying it, I'm hearing you say, well, that's not going to pay my bills. No, it's not going to pay your bills. And no, it's not going to completely change your life. What it's going to start doing is changing your mindset, and changing your mindset will completely change your life. If you are focused on what you can do instead of what you can't do, if you are focused on your accomplishments instead of your failures, then you are on your own side. And when you are on your own side, you walk into any situation, even if it is dealing with the really irritating Department of Labor. But I can do this. I know that I can, even if I have to be on this phone for 2 hours. Even if I have to wake up at 5 a.m. to wait in a line, I can do this. I can get through this. I can discipline my mind enough to understand that this is a moment in time. It is not my forever. At the end of the day, it's just going to be another thing that I've gotten done and I can check off my list. It's another accomplishment. Dealing with frustration, dealing with impatience, dealing with people who don't want to deal with you, dealing with people who don't care about you. All of those things are also accomplishments. By the end of the day, I have been able to traverse that challenge. And it's so imperative at the end of the day for you to look back and say, I did 5 jumping jacks today. I did five split squats today. I did 5 twists in my chair today. I made my bed today. That's why I'm getting into a clean, fresh bed. There's no dishes in the sink. I went to the bathroom before I got into bed. Now I can be comfortable and I don't have to worry about anything. It's important at the end of the day to recognize and realize what you have accomplished. And it sounds mundane and it sounds silly. Oh my God. And it sounds irritating. But if you commit yourself to doing this daily for 30 days straight, you will start to see a lift in your spirits and a reconnection to spirit, because you believe in yourself again. When you've lost faith in yourself, that's losing faith in spirit, because you're your connection to spirit. So if you can build your strength back up with your faith in yourself, as well as your faith in your ability to change your circumstance or to impact or influence your surroundings, even if you are in quarantine. And I gotta say, especially in quarantine, these little workouts, not the P90X, not the huge diets, not all those things, but just the little things that you can do. Just get up from your chair, Look, 5 more jumping jacks. You can't get into your chair. You can't get up. That's okay. Look, 5 more twists. And you can do this as many times as you need to. This is actually kind of fun. like when I was a little kid, I used to do this all the freaking time. Like, dude, it's like making me giggle. It's true, but you can do this as long as you're not moving this. Like, you have to keep this facing a wall or a computer or whatever, and just let the bottom twist. It's kind of fun. It's just kind of fun. And if you can do this, you can say at the end of my day, look, I didn't just sit still. I didn't just do nothing. I did this. And if you don't think it's enough, well, then add on. Don't just do 5, do 6. Don't just do 6, do 10. You can add on, and you can show yourself that you are capable of something. But the way that you start is you have to start with the smaller things. If I told you right now to go manifest your Mercedes, there's so many things in your life, especially if you can't get out. If you can get out, I mean, you can be a part of a meetup group. If you can be a part of a support group, you can definitely go and say, tonight, I'll never be able to get what I want because I want a Mercedes so bad. I've dreamed about it all my life. Those 2 steps are important. Remember, number 1, you have to be around people, around a large group of people, preferably not the same people you've known all your life. Number 2, you have to tell people how badly you want something. I have dreamed about this my whole life. I love it so much. It means so much to me. You can even go into why it means something for you. But then last but not least, and absolutely imperative, you have to say, but this is why I can't get it. These are my challenges. I don't have any money. My insurance sucks. I can't get the money to fix the insurance. There's no, you have to, that last part, it's like that last part is the hook. It's the hook that drags people in, because human brains are hardwired to solve problems. And if they can, and they won't even, it's not even about you. You have to understand, it's not even about you. It's other people like to solve problems. Other people like to fix things because it makes them feel accomplished when I can solve a problem, right? Especially solving other people's problems because they're easier. You're more objective, right? So if you put your problems out there to a larger group and say, this, I love this so much. Number 1, step 1. This is why I love it. This is why I need it. This is why I think about it all the time. And number 2, but this is why I can't have it. And I don't have this. And this is a conflict. And this is the obstacle. So this is the want. And this is the obstacle. And you say this to a larger group of people, you will start to get help just because they want to solve a problem. Try it. If you can get yourself into groups, it works a lot better and it's a lot more impactful when you're in live groups, which makes that challenging right now with some people who are still in lockdown, right? So in those situations, let's go to suggestion 2. Start your list. Start with what you can do to change your mindset back to that open, I can, manifestation proven mindset. But you've got to start with where you are, which is in a rut. And the first way to get out of a rut is to focus on those things that you can do. Connect your brain or observe. Observe how when you make a decision, you can also make something happen. Those little things like, I'm going to pick up this pen. I decided it and I made it happen. I'm going to write number 8. Take a shower. I'm going to write number 9. Do my daily tarot. I'm going to write number 10. Record my Scorpio video. And you know what? It's not even about recording my Scorpio video. It's that I decided that I was going to write my number 10, and I wrote my number 10. And I decided I was going to write my number 8 and 9, and I wrote my 8 and 9. So I get to say, see, you decided that something was going to happen and you did it. Now go back and actually make those things happen. I did unload the dishwasher. I haven't taken a shower yet. I did brush my teeth. I did make my bed. I did go to the bathroom. I did step outside. I did walk the dog. Still have to take a shower. Still have to do my daily tarot. That's okay, because I'm doing all of these things. I will do all those things. I see how I am doing these things, and I'm starting with what I can do. And then little by little, you will start to see that you can start manifesting more long term. Right? It's not just about the list. One of the easiest ways to get involved in manifesting long-term is to take a college course, take a dance class, take a roller skating class, take a cooking course. I'm saying this because take a gaming course or a coding course, whatever you're into, take a course. I'm saying it because a course not only has a predetermined structure, so you now don't have to worry about the structure or the step-by-step, but you do have to follow it. And what's even better about a class is there's a teacher and other students that will hold you accountable for arriving. Now, you're not going to jump into this right now unless you think you're ready for it. What you're going to do is prove that if I set my mind to something, I can do it. If I set my mind to something, I can do it. And you're going to do this for the next 30 days. And then you can start thinking about taking a class. Then you can start thinking about taking a class, registering for a class, figuring out how to get all that done. And then what that will do is it will bring you into manifesting long-term, longer into the future. You don't have what the class is going to offer you instantaneously. You have it at the end of the class. And so that's for when you're ready to believe, I don't have to have something instantaneously for it to be happening, for it to be real, for it to be something that is true and real. I don't have to have it instantaneously. It's already happening. I'm already participating. And so it will be. And that's a kind of mindset that's like level 2. Okay. That's level 2. And so if you're at level 2, go ahead and try that. But I'm talking to the people who are trying to manifest themselves out of a rut, who feel stagnated, who feel stuck, who feel a loss of faith and a disconnection from their own power and from everybody else. So the number one thing that you've got to start doing is use what you have right now to be able to show yourself and make that connection again between your decision process and what manifests outside. Start with the list. Start with a list of 5. If you can't get 13 things, so what? Start with a list of 5. I like 5 because 5 is the energy of change. It's a masculine energy of shift, right? So start with the energy of 5. And if you really, really, really love getting into your body and it helps kickstart your brain, then start with the energy of 5. Do 5 jumping jacks if you can. Do 5 pull-ups or push-ups, or do 5 sit-ups if you can. Do all of those. Do the jumping jacks, the pull-ups, the push-ups, the sit-ups, and the squats. Do 5. Start with 5. 5 is a number that anybody can do. If you work with your capacity, if you work with your capabilities, with your what you have right now, show that I can make a decision and I can get it done. Show that right now. Look, I can put my arms up. I can put them down. I can put my arms up. I can put them down. I can put my arms up. I can put them down. I can put my arms up. I can put them down. I can put my arms up. I can put them down. I can stretch my neck. Hold it for 5. I can stretch my neck the other way. Hold it for 5. I can do things. I can affect what is happening around me. I can affect my environment. And the important aspect of later on tonight to get back into, look what I did. Look what I accomplished. I did these things. Making a list, especially when so much energy is in Mercury, is extremely important because it's using your intellect. It's using the written word. All of these things, Mercury rules. And once again, so many of our inner planets, the planets that affect us every day, the moon, Mars, and Venus. And of course, the North Node is also in Gemini, right? So there's so much mercurial energy right now. And especially since Mercury itself is in Leo, it's combust the sun. It's right near the sun. It's like almost on top of or beneath, underneath. It's right. It's like kissing with the sun. So the important thing there is that all of this intellect, all of this communication is going to be in service to the sun, working through the sun. And the sun is the self, the ego, the understanding of the self, the understanding of the capabilities, the understanding of the desires and the destiny and what you love in life. All of those things are what the sun rules. So having Mercury there to sort of like sift through, okay, what can I do to serve those things that I really love, those things that I really desire? And those things that you love and desire have to start with you. They have to start with you loving and desiring who you are, just like your life. Even if it's not the life that you want yet, you have to believe and see that you can build the life that you want, that you have the capabilities. And if you start with these small things, even brilliant physicists, mathematicians started with 1 + 1. You've got to start small. You've got to start with the building blocks, because really understanding those building blocks are essential for creating skyscrapers, right? So that's what you're going to start doing right now today. I know you can write a list of 5 things. I know you can write a list that says, I'm going to put the dishes away, or I'm going to wash the dishes. I know you can start a list that says, I'm going to make my bed. I know that you can write down on a list, I'm going to brush my teeth, because I know you can do those things. I know you have the resources to do those things. If you're living in a homeless shelter, if you're living on the streets, I'm not sure. Like, yeah, if you're living in a homeless shelter, you probably have a cot. I can smooth out my cot. I can make sure that my corners are tucked hospital corners, and I can make the bed that's been provided. If I'm living on the streets, I can make sure that I fold up my blankets today. I can make sure that I put them in a corner that I know they're going to be safe in. I know this sounds really insane. Like, who would even listen to this? It's important. It's important to start where you are. It's important to acknowledge that wherever you are, you can still make an impact on your life every single day, starting with where you are. What I think, I can create. what I think, I can create. And you're building this manifestation muscle so that you start to use it. And the more you use it, the stronger it'll get. And the broader applications it will start to have. You know, you can apply it to more things. I'm sorry if I'm not so eloquent this morning, but I wanted to jump on with you guys. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I'm really appreciating this. What I'm going to start doing is checking in just once a day over here and giving you 5 things, especially physical things, that if you want to do them, you can do them with me. I'll put them in a little short every day. I'll start to be over here on Astrology Motivation. I'll upload a short of just some sort of moves, some sort of physical activity, some sort of suggestion. And if you join in, it will help you get out of a rut, no matter where you are, on a sidewalk, in your bedroom, in your kitchen, in your studio apartment, on your rooftop. You'll be able to do these things. They won't require equipment. They won't require money. They won't require anything but internet access, because that's how you're seeing me. And for the next 30 days, I will do this. And if you apply yourself and participate, you will definitely start to see a change in your behavior and your attitude. Mine personally, my life was changed by getting into my body. Because I suffer from depression and obsessive compulsive disorder, and I have Tourette syndrome. So all of those things I deal with all the time. And getting into my body really helped me with all of them, because it took my mind that likes to obsess over things, and it said, well, obsess over getting something done. And it took my body that likes to tick whenever it wants to and says, well, we're going to do this movement now. We're going to focus on doing this movement right now. And then it took my depression and it started to whittle away at it, because what it started to do was show that I was capable of doing something. And it also started to get my, what do they call it? Endorphins. It started to like pump my endorphins up, which are a natural way of like, almost like a natural upper. You know, I didn't have to take drugs, and some people do, so I don't judge, but I didn't have to take any prescription or even any herbals. I just was able to use my natural endorphins to be able to start giving myself an actual physiological pickup every day, just by getting into my body and doing something physical. And then I started a vitamin regimen of B12, which helps a lot with just making your body have energy, vitamin D and calcium because I'm a woman who's aging. I'm in my 40s. Calcium is extremely important as women age, because our bones start to lose density. And then vitamin D3 is also helping me with energy, and the calcium helps to absorb that. I don't take too much calcium. I take like a half or a third of the prescribed amount, because anyway, too much calcium is not good for you to be pushing into your body. And some people get enough with the foods that they eat. It's even in orange juice these days. So anyway, that's what I started to do for myself, and it changed my life. Also, I started waking up every single morning and saying, I am blessed. I am highly favored. I am lucky. I am desired. I am valued. I am seen. I am wealthy. I am successful, and I am loved unconditionally. And I started saying that all the time. I also started saying every single morning, the universe is sending me wonderful, amazing, fulfilling things. I accept them. I deserve them. I am grateful for them. One of my best friends had written me a birthday card saying this thing. She just wanted to remind me of these things. And I loved it so much, I started saying it every day. Every day. The first thing I do when I wake up. The second thing I do when I wake up is make my bed. The third thing I do is go pee. And you know, it's really weird. Those simple things, doing them daily, took my life from a negative to a positive. And I know that I didn't have anything more than you do right now. I know that I wasn't in any way, shape, or form phenomenal or special, except in my faith. In my faith that I could change my life, and that how about this? Forget about changing my life or making my dreams come true. I just wanted to feel better. It was that humble, right? I just wanted to feel better, right? And all of these things helped me feel better. And they really did help actually make me better. They didn't just like, I wasn't shooting up drugs or taking a hit on anything. It wasn't a false way of feeling good. It was something that they was all things that were going to build me up and were going to help me feel better constantly, consistently, every day, that I didn't have to worry about getting another hit or getting another high. It wasn't another person like falling in love made me feel better, but then I had to worry about pleasing somebody else or maintaining the relationship. It was nothing like that. It was all just things that I could every day affect and impact my own life, my own mindset, and my own self-esteem with. And I tell you, my life has changed. So it's what you got to do. And the secret is you feel good when you're saying them. You feel good when you're doing them. It's not a burden. It's not a hardship. It doesn't take much energy. It's not about huge burst of energy. It's about the consistent energy and the accumulation of that consistent energy. And I tell you all the time, gratitude is the river on which abundance flows. To be grateful every single day for certain things. Say 3 things you're grateful for every single day. Wake up every morning and say 3 things that you're grateful for. I have breath in my lungs. My heart is still beating, and I woke up this morning. If you woke up in the morning, you can say thank you for those 3 things. You can say thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for my heart still beating. Thank you for me waking up this morning. And you get into that mindset every single day of gratitude, and you'll start to be grateful for more things, and your attitude will change. So if you are suffering from this rut, and I've just given you 41 minutes, almost 42 minutes of multiple ways you can attack this rut and putting yourself back into the mindset of manifestation, you can take this and you can run with whatever works best for you or wherever you are now. And I guarantee if you do it consistently, start this day number 1 and go to day number 30, do it every single day. Whatever strategy you choose, do it every single day for the next 30 days. There's going to be a switch. You're going to feel a switch in how you feel and what you start to see appearing in your life. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to hop on to the daily tarot card reading in about 2 hours. That's over on Instagram. If you don't know how to find me on Instagram, you can find me at born_without_boundaries. And then just be watchful, because Tuesday through Friday over on Born Without Boundaries Tarot is when your zodiac specific messages come out. Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Libra, you are on board, ready to go tomorrow. And I think I'm still going to start it at 9:00. We'll see if I change, but I'm not going to do the premieres anymore. I already talked to you guys about that. Anyway, maybe I'll see you guys over on Instagram for the daily tarot card reading. Maybe I'll just see you guys in the videos, either on Vimeo or YouTube tomorrow. Wherever I see you guys, hopefully I see you for the daily check-ins over here on Astrology Motivation. I'm going to give you 5 new moves. I might jumping jacks with you. I might, I don't know, sit-ups with you, whatever it is. If you can join in, and maybe it will be what you do that day to help change your life, or maybe it won't. Either way, maybe it'll just remind you to do what you need to do to change your life that day. But I will be there for you. Amber, what's up, guys? I didn't even see that you hopped on here, guys. That's so cool. Anyway, I love you all, and I'll see you in the Daily Tarot next. Bye.